All right, welcome everyone to our October 17th regular meeting. The notice requirements provided for in the Open Public Meeting Act have been satisfied. Notice of this meeting was properly given in the new scheduled meetings of the Spotswood Borough Council on December 28th, 2015. The new schedule was transmitted to the Home News Tribune and Sentinel. It was filed with the clerk of the Borough of Spotswood and posted in the municipal building located at 77 Summerhill Road, Spotswood, New Jersey. We're going to rise for a salute to the flag. During our moment of silence, if you would please remember Reverend Jim Ribbons of the Spotswood Reformed Church, we heard had passed away today. It was unexpected and sudden, and for his friends and family and his family of the Reformed Church, if you keep those people in your memory and in your thoughts during the moment of silence, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Councilman Seeley,
Here.
Councilwoman Rhodes, Councilman Ricci,
Here.
Councilman Servis,
Here.
Council President Stollen,
Here.
Mayor Policino.
Present.
Marge Droz apologizes. She had a scheduled vacation, and she apologizes for missing the meeting tonight. On the dais joining us tonight, Joe Zanga, our CFO, is here, and we're going to have a presentation on best practices, so he's here for that reason. And Pat, I'll let you take it away.
Okay, we have a set of minutes for October 3rd, 2016, the regular meeting.
Make a motion to remove the minutes?
Second.
Councilman Seeley,
Yes.
Councilman Ricci,
Yes.
Councilman Servis,
Yes.
Council President Stollen.
Yes.
We have minutes for the caucus meeting of October 3rd, 2016.
Make a motion, we move those.
Second.
Councilman Seeley,
Yes.
Councilman Ricci,
Yes.
Councilman Servis,
Yes.
Council President Stollen.
Yes.
We have an ordinance on second reading. This is the public hearing ordinance 2016-13, was posted in the municipal building on October 3rd, 2016, advertised in full in the Home News Tribune on October 6th, 2016. Public hearing was set for October 17th, 2016. An ordinance to amend the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Spotswood by amending Chapter 199, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 3, Traffic Regulations, Section 199-15, entitled Route for Trucks Over 8 Tons Gross Weight, Schedule 5, entitled Routes for Trucks Over 8 Tons Gross Weight, by adding 199-15A, entitled Trucks Registered 4 Tons Gross Weight or Over, and Section 199-17, Stop Intersections, designated Schedule 7, entitled Stop Intersections, and 199-21, entitled No U-Turns, No Left Turns, adding no right turn on Schedule 13B.
Okay, and motion to open this for a hearing?
Make a motion for a hearing?
Second.
Councilman Seeley,
Yes.
Councilman Ricci,
Yes.
Councilman Servis,
Yes.
Council President Stollen.
Yes. This ordinance is modifying our ordinances to accommodate some new signage in town. Old Stage Road, which is marked for 4 tons, was in our ordinances for 8, so we are having the ordinance match the sign so we can enforce that. Stop signs are being added at the northeast corner of Marlborough and Summerdale Road, the northeast corner of Mott and Charger Drive at the high school, and no right turn at that point, and no left turn at Chief Martin Drive at Appleby. Any questions on these, on this ordinance?
Motion to close the public portion?
Second.
Councilman Seeley,
Yes.
Councilman Ricci,
Yes.
Councilman Servis,
Yes.
Council President Stollen.
Yes. I make a motion that we pass this ordinance on second reading and publish it according to law.
Second.
Councilman Seeley,
Yes.
Councilman Ricci,
Yes.
Councilman Service,
Yes.
Council President Stollen.
Yes.
We have another ordinance. An ordinance on first reading. Public hearing is set for November 9th, 2016. Ordinance 2016-14. Bond ordinance amending in part bond ordinance number 2012-10, adopted on August 27, 2012, providing for the reconstruction of the Emergency Services Building in order to increase the appropriation therefore by $450,000 for a total appropriation of $1,750,000 to increase the authorized bonds and notes to be issued to finance a portion of the costs thereby, $425,000 for a total debt authorization of $1,205,000, and to increase the allocation of the appropriation to costs permitted under NJSA 40A:2-20, authorized in and by the Borough of Spotswood in the County of Middlesex, New Jersey.
Make a motion, we pass this ordinance on first reading, set a public hearing for November 9th, and advertise it according to law.
Second.
Councilman Seeley?
Yes.
Councilman Ricci?
Yes.
Councilman Servis?
Yes.
Council President Stollen?
Yes.
We have an ordinance on first reading, public hearing set for November 9th, 2016, ordinance 2016-15, an ordinance to amend the revised general ordinances of the Borough of Spotswood by amending Chapter 199, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 3, Traffic Regulations, Section 199-20, by amending Schedule 9, entitled Right Turn on Red Signal Prohibited, and Chapter 199, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 3, Traffic Regulations, Section 199-21B, amending Schedule 13A, no left turns.
Make a motion, we pass this ordinance on first reading, set a public hearing for November 9th, 2016, and advertise it according to law.
Second.
Councilman Seeley?
Yes.
Councilman Ricci?
Yes.
Councilman Servis?
Yes.
Council President Stollen?
Yes.
We have resolutions under consent agenda. They're laid out on the table. If anyone wants a copy, they may take one. Council President and council members, I'll take a motion to accept the resolutions on consent agenda, resolutions 2016-158 through 2016-162.
Make a motion, we accept 2016-158 through 162.
Second.
Councilman Seeley?
Yes.
Councilman Ricci?
Yes.
Councilman Servis?
Yes.
Council President Stollen?
Yes. Okay, comments for the regular meeting. Anything, Ted?
A couple things. One, I was going to touch on Jim Ribbons' passing today. I wanted to extend my congratulations to Tim Crandall for 30-plus years with the borough. I was unable to go to his function on Friday. I had to work. Rex got a lot of things coming on. Sorry, Dawn, I'm taking half of your report.
Go right ahead.
The trunk or treat is coming October 31st. There's also some other things that Rec has. Just take a look at their schedule. And that's it.
Okay, thanks, Ted. Ed?
Okay, also, on Friday, I stopped by at lunchtime over at the Department of Public Works to thank Mr. Crandall for his years of service to the borough, as well as congratulate him on his retirement. I hope he enjoys it. It's a little fishing done, whatever he wants to do. And we're going to miss him as a public employee. That'll be it for me tonight.
Okay. Leo?
Nothing.
Nothing? I just wanted to make a note. This is our last meeting before the election, and we have a contested seat for mayor, so we have 3 people running for the mayor's seat. We have 2 individual seats on the council, and we have 3 people running for that. So we wish everyone that's taken the time to run best of luck, and for everyone to participate in the voting process. It's a long ballot, but we hope everyone will look down the ballot and do vote for these seats. And also, we have a question on the ballot. And I don't think we've gotten much input from the public yet on this, but I have heard some questions where some people have said, oh, you're eliminating our EMS. Well, we're doing no such thing. We would be replacing EMS if we were to go in that direction. And what we're searching for here, we're asking for the public's comment and input on getting a voter's take on what they want. And we intend, whatever the voters decide, that's what we would intend to implement. If anyone has any questions on that question, they can call the clerk's office, they can call the mayor's office, ask for us to contact them if they'd like to speak to one of us. We'll certainly be happy to do that, answer any questions they have. You could also email us. Our emails are our first initial, our last name, and I don't have it in front of me. Is it spotswoodborough.com?
Yes,
Spotswood-
B-O-R-O.
B-O-R-O. So our first initial, our last name, and spotswoodborough.com is our borough email address. And you're certainly welcome to contact us, and we can get in touch with you. That's what I would have. Okay, Mr. Mayor.
Sure. You guys already touched, everyone's touched enough on Timmy and trunk or treat and all that stuff. Reverend Ribbons, I received a phone call from Father Curry. He had inoperable brain cancer that came on out of nowhere and very quick passing. He's a wonderful guy who's done a lot. I was taken by shock, actually, when I got that call. One thing that I would like to bring up that I can finally talk about a little bit is the land by Schweitzer's, the 30 acres of land that is between Veterans Park, goes out to American Way, and goes out to ShopRite. I have a soccer club who is working with Schweitzer's now to purchase all of the available land. They're looking to spend overall on the project $15 to $20 million. What they wanted to do is find a small town, which like us is perfect to foster a relationship with. And basically, they are looking to put 12 to 15 fields between soccer, baseball for us. I spoke to the director of baseball, Matt Bolger. They would be interested in 2 fields. Soccer, GBC, softball. They also offered to take over our Spotswood rec soccer, so we would not have to worry about finding coaches. They would train all the kids, and they got teams from U6 all the way up to age 23. Most of the kids with this club get a scholarship for college. They are going to be dedicating 3 soccer fields to the Borough of Spotswood that will be our fields. We don't have to worry about asking to use them. Baseball is asked for 2, definitely 1 field dedicated to them with a mound, a pitcher mound, and then one of the soccer fields, if we would look at making that a combo field where they put the baseball diamond inside. So they're also looking to put a what do you call it, 3-story building, which would have to go in front of the zoning, because I think we can only go 2.5. But they want to do a 3-story building back there. They want to put on the first level a what do you call it, indoor field, and then they talk with baseball about putting up nets so they can have batting cages. The pitcher stuff. The second floor would be a training room and a couple storage. They offered basically that the Borough of Spotswood would never pay a dime. Everything, it would be fully offered to them. And then the third floor would be the actual offices of the company. The company's been in business since the 1990s. They've been around a very long time, but they've always been renting and leasing. And you know how that is, working around someone else's schedule makes it tough. So they found the perfect town, they found the perfect piece of property. Going to be working with Bruce again more on this. They are. I'm just the middle guy who got this going. And I think it's a major victory for youth sports, because rec doesn't have any fields really that have good drainage. So that's about all I got on that.
That's very nice. How far along has this progressed?
It's far enough that they have plans drawn already.
And they've worked with Schweitzers, that they're working with them?
Yeah.
And possibly would go along with that?
Yes, and I like, you know, they like to talk with the borough about maybe doing some kind of pilot program or deferred taxes with the amount of money that they're trying to bring in for the first 3 years or something. So that's something that the administration and council will have to look at and talk about going forward.
So it's not a tax-exempt organization? When you say that, you know, initially you'd think
It is a...
for profit.
It is a youth soccer organization,
What's your name?
so
Okay,
I don't think they're tax exempt. I don't think it's a nonprofit,
okay.
because they charge a lot of money.
Are you at liberty to say the name?
No, they asked me not to.
Okay. Anything else?
No,
Dawn, anything from
they
you?
were in our office last week.
Have they been before the zoning board already?
No.
So they still got a long way to go.
Yeah, they expect it to be about a year and a half. They said the biggest draw about that property is it's flat. Cranford had some property, Monroe, but the lots were triangular shaped lots. There was all kinds of hills where many of us have walked that lot back there for one reason or another. Wells, searching for something. And as you know, it's very flat. So and there's the easy access. They can work with Jim Gillette to come off of, what do you call it? American Way. There's already power lines back there.
See, Schweitzers had spoken with the borough some time ago about some of that, but from what we had seen, a good portion of it was wet.
The bottom part
Yeah.
has some wetlands,
Yeah.
but supposedly one of their people says that, you will know a lot more about this than I will, that you can move some parts of the wetlands.
Remediate, you can create maybe new
Yeah, you can
wetlands in another
create-
area.
Create new, yeah,
Really?
I'm not familiar with that.
It's not inexpensive.
That's why they're looking to spend 15 to 20 million. They want to make it home.
The only reason I asked the name,
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, is because I work in Tinton Falls. And just now, some large soccer company bought a piece of land that would be considered an island between Route 18 and an off-ramp. And they put in like 9 soccer fields and the artificial turf, everything within,
Good sports.
I'm not, I started with a C, I thought it was an Italian name. And they literally were done in a month and a half. But they're just fields. I mean, there's no concession stand, there's no office, there's
Yeah,
just
they're gonna have
soccer fields.
lots.
So I was concerned that maybe this person, this corporation,
No.
is trying to expand and buy up areas all over.
No. It's only, it's one, what do you call it? It's one, what do you call it? Academy soccer team.
Because I know myself and Mrs. Palmer.
They know Academy well.
Well, we both approached this avenue some years ago, and we were told no because of wetlands dead smack in the middle of it.
Yeah, Yeah,
that
well,
property with Bruce many
That's why, I wish them luck, but I'm not
they
all that
are
optimistic.
confident this is gonna work. Hey, listen, if they're willing to spend 15 to 20 million, that's a very good rateable for us. And the biggest win is our kids that'll actually have turf fields to play on. You know what I mean? We're gonna have lighted fields, and the snack stand that is around our fields is our money for whatever organization runs it.
Well, it beats another 15 to 20 houses, and when we went over to Schweitzer's during the summer, we had heard that that was ready to be subdivided and,
To subdivide.
right, ready
Correct.
to build a small new development.
Correct.
And I'm certain everybody, including the audience, is willing to hear a presentation from them when they finally
They are
get something going.
very willing. They want to come and speak to the town council because their biggest thing is they want to foster a good working relationship with the borough. That's their thing. Like, is they will sign over the fields for a 100-year lease for $1, basically. Our fields.
Oh, the 3 fields.
They will maintain them, but just that we don't have to worry about asking permission. One good thing is Spotswood Travel Soccer can actually host a
Tournament.
tournament and finally start making some money. Because we don't have the fielding, we don't have the drainage. So I spoke to the heads of everybody but GBC. I couldn't find that person.
Nick Lagakis.
Is it you?
Nick Lagakis.
Oh, is it Nick? Okay. I'll reach out to Nick then. And they're all very happy and want to meet as a group with them.
Okay.
We certainly have heard enough pressure from REC that we need more fields, so it's,
So if the council liaison from REC wants to, whoever it is, wants to meet at the next meeting, you're more than welcome to join.
Let me know what it is.
Okay.
okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir.
Nothing else? I entertain a motion to open to the public.
Oh, motion open to the public.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, we have a presentation. I thought you were going to bring that up.
You don't have to remind them.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, you want to just
Go
say a
right
couple
ahead.
things? All right. Annually, the Division of Local Governmental Services issues a series of questions that they consider to be the best practices for municipalities. This year's questions related to general management, finance and audit, procurement, budget preparation, health insurance, and personnel. There were 30 questions this year, down from 50 from the prior year. The municipalities are required to receive at least 22 positive credit answers, which is a yes or an NA. The borough received 24 out of 30, so we should receive our final state aid payment of 5%. If you receive under 22, you won't receive your final state aid payment. This questionnaire is due by October 21st and has to be put on an agenda for the public discussion, which it is tonight. So, that's it, unless you have anything.
There's copies out on the dais here if anybody wants them as well.
Okay, if you haven't taken one, if you want to,
Yeah, they were out at the beginning.
everybody has one? Okay, should, just an open public portion, should we have a separate portion on this?
You can have it in the regular open.
Okay. And I entertain a motion to open to the public.
One more. Sorry.
Yes.
This is actually very important. I want to extend congratulations to our police department, who has been voted as the Home News Tribune's Reader's Choice winner of 2016 as one of the best police departments. Chief Sauer got a certificate.
That is
There's only
important.
3 police departments that get named every year, and we are one of them 2 years running now. So it's huge accomplishment for our police department, and congratulations on the distinguished honor. I want to join in best wishes to Tim Crandall. I attended his little party on Friday for his last day. Had a lot of laughs. He actually put in 33 and a half years. And also I want to welcome to the Borough family Steve Fieser, who's going to be joining Public Works Sanitation Division as a full-time employee. He's worked for the Borough since July as a seasonal employee, and I think he's going to do very well. He's going to be a welcome addition. Flu shots are this October 20th, this week, 10 a.m. to noon, right here in the municipal courtroom. And also just another reminder about hydrant flushing. We're in the area east of Adirondack Ave this week. I've been sending out nixles every Sunday night to remind everyone. And if there's any questions, let me know.
Well, that certainly is quite an accomplishment for the chief, and congratulations to the chief and his officers
Yes.
for a job well done, absolutely. Is there anything else? No. Entertain a motion to open to the public.
Make a motion to open the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Open public portion, any comments or questions on best practices or anything else that we've had on the agenda or any other business? Now is your opportunity.
Typical spot for police department.
Absolutely.
I finally got my belly.
Really?
Good evening, Frank.
Good evening. Frank Aldation, 41 Kent Avenue. Couple of questions. Who puts the agenda together for these meetings?
It's put together by our clerk with input from the business administrator.
Okay. Now, is this for the council to consider, or the public, or both?
Is it what?
This agenda, is this for the council to consider, or the public, or
Not
both?
to consider, this is our items that we go over for our meeting.
Yeah, well, this is the meeting,
Yes,
yeah, okay. The point
it's our roadmap for what we do at our meeting.
All right, well, I'm not sure the roadmap is very good. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
You have things in here, capital budget amendment number 2. What does that tell me? Am I supposed to make a decision on that?
We have that, there should be a sheet out there for that, for you to look at.
Well, I know I've got that answer before. Can't you put something a little bit more in here so I don't have to go to that?
Well,
I mean, at least put the amount of money. How much money are we talking about in the amendment?
let me turn it over to Dawn, so it's not going through.
Pass it around.
Yep.
Well, the capital budget is required in the annual budget document. So if there's a project, the ordinance that's on for first reading tonight, if it wasn't in the original capital budget, it needs to be amended by resolution. That's what we're doing tonight. So the $450,000 ordinance is being done by capital budget also, because it wasn't in the original capital budget that was approved
So
early in the
this
year.
amendment is for $450,000?
Correct, that's the ordinance that's on for first reading tonight.
It's worth putting down there?
That's in addition to the EMS prior ordinance, yes.
Okay, I mean,
So if it wasn't in the original capital budget, you need to do an amendment when you're approving
okay,
first
yeah, I
reading
mean,
of
I
the
don't have a
ordinance.
problem running for an amendment, but put enough information so we can look at it and have a, yeah, it's good, it's not good, $450,000. I paid for my coffee money.
That's not a bad input, and actually, I think there's a best practices question that I had looked at as well, that said, do we do a budget, I don't know exactly what the wording was, that is resident-friendly, where they can understand, and we answered no. So the question was, why don't we do that?
Yeah.
We actually introduced our budget very early this year, and I believe we introduced it before the guidelines were issued for the state to put the user-friendly on the website.
For the first time.
Yeah, we were one of the first towns to introduce.
Because I know we do an entire presentation where that is pretty easily understood, and it's pretty detailed. But what they're asking here is that we don't put out, what, a worksheet that they could see that's easily understood?
They want a user-friendly budget during introduction and adoption. Since we introduced early, we didn't get the introduction on in time, but the adoption user-friendly budget is on the state website, so anyone can see it. So they want both. They want to see if any change from the introduction to
Okay.
adoption, which nothing did here.
I'm not saying to go into a lot of details, okay, I don't think that's necessary, but just enough for, I'm speaking for myself, to consider on this. You know, this is a big chunk of money.
Well, we're happy to answer your questions, and that's good input. There's nothing wrong with that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. Anything else tonight? Entertain a motion?
Oh, we got someone coming.
Oh,
I'll be there.
we'll give you time.
He's moving slow tonight.
I saw you moving, so we put the brakes on.
Good evening, Ed.
Good evening, how are you?
Okay.
I'd like to raise, it's not really a question, I guess it's something we could do for our town. I've heard on the news that many townships have been putting blue lines in front of their police departments, between the yellow lines, as an honor of respect and solitude for the police department. I know there's about 15 or 18 up in Bergen County have done it, and they've done it in different places around the state. And I don't know what would be involved in doing that, okay, if that can be done by resolution or what the process is, but I think we should consider doing that for our police department.
Very good point, and considering that we're voted one of the best, that would be the least we could do.
Summerhill all the way back to, or Main Street all the way back to Summerhill, or
Yeah,
Old Stage, I mean.
I'm not sure. I don't know if, I think some of these towns, and it'd be something we'd have to probably look into, but I believe it was right in front of the police
A lot of
department.
towns are doing it right near the police
Right,
department.
right.
So if we did-
But anyhow,
if
some
we
type
did
of
Main Street
recognition.
To Old Stage, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a county road, I don't know if that's an issue.
Well, I'm going to be with a bunch of the freeholders this week. I want to talk to them, about that because Facebook had it on. I don't know who I saw it posted, but it had the nice light blue in the middle of the double yellow. And basically, the only roads that we have double lines are county. So I was going to ask them what type, do we have to ask permission? Will they do it? Will they pay for it? Or do we?
Well, they probably won't pay for it, but we'll just get permission.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
I mean, the
Good
most
input, Ed,
appropriate
thank
spot
you.
would be to do it right here on Summerhill.
Absolutely.
Our police headquarters.
Yep.
Right.
Do it Main Street to Old Stage, to the whole
Okay,
street.
thank you.
Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, thank
A
you.
good point, thanks, Ed.
I forgot all about that.
Shoot, you missed it. Timmy Crandall does a lot of the lines.
Yeah.
Missed the boat.
Maybe we can hire him back part-time.
Ask him to come back.
Okay. No one else tonight?
Entertain a motion to close the public portion?
That's a no.
All in favor?
Aye. Thank you all. Have a great night. Please come out and vote in about 22 days.
That's it?
That's it.
Motion we adjourn.
Why?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Wow.
Sorry.
7 minutes
All in
after.
favor?
Good night.